Morning guys, so we are back in the Howdens kitchen. The electrician's been back. I need to get his phone number. I'm trying to get hold of the client at the moment to get his contact number. I mean, there isn't nothing majorly wrong with what he's done, but obviously I'm here to overboard and plaster. My plasterer's here, I'm here, Ricky's here, so we've got 3 men at the moment standing around. So he's run all new cables. I was always under the impression any change of direction has to be identified, but I could be wrong, so correct me on that guys if you're an electrician. Any change of direction I assumed had to be identified with some sort of a box, but I could be wrong. So he's got one shooting off there, one shooting off there, one shooting off there. He still hasn't done the oven connections in the ceiling. He hasn't made that safe. He's made the holes bigger in the ceiling because he's run more cables. He has corrected this, or run more cables. He's then changed the direction there again, so 2 more there. So I mean, this could all be completely fine, but I mean, 30 mil, that ain't 30 mil. So we're going to have to identify everywhere where there's a screw, where there's a cable, to mark it up. Then we're going to stud that, dot and dab that, plasterboard, patch that. I'm going to have to go and get a box and sort these out and get them into the ceiling so make them safe, because they need to be done today. But yeah, and then we're going to skim it all, so stay tuned for more updates. We'll see you in a bit. Right, we are flying with 3 of us on the case. Ricky's now loading the van to do a rubbish run. We've already blocked in that doorway, so that side's done. Just needs, we're going to bond it, give it a cut of bonding where needed. Then he's going to skim 90% of that wall, and then we come through into the kitchen. Done this side, we've done boarded that up. We're going to dot and dab that bit of wall. The ceiling is now looking 100 times better than it was. My plaster's already gone around and he's SBI'd most of the walls. He's going to bond all these chases out later on while we do a rubbish run, and then he can start, and he's going to dot and dab that while we're gone, and then he can start putting a skim on, and he'll be here tomorrow as well. The kitchen's being delivered tomorrow morning, so we will pop back in the morning and unload the kitchen. We're going to go do a rubbish run, come back, help with whatever needs help with, do another rubbish run, grab some food, and probably about as far as we're going to go today, because I can't see me being much more help to my plasterer unless he can find something for us to do, but we'll see. Stay tuned guys, we'll see you in a bit. Okay guys, so we've done 1 dump run. My plasterer Jason is flying away. We've come back with some floor protection because obviously we don't want to make a mess of the client's house. So we've bought some Anti-Nox or Corex and sheeted that area up so that Jason can crack on. He's already put a SBR coat and he's already put a bonding coat over the plasterboard there. We've took the skirting off so then we can get a nice new piece all the way through and it look a lot cleaner. I say we've put a little wrap run through. This flooring we're not too concerned about because we are literally ripping all this up, and this is all being click lock vinyl herringbone throughout here and the kitchen area. So we're going to have fun here to come through there, round and down, but it's neither here nor there. I don't remember if we're going in the toilet. I hope not, because that'll make it even harder. And Jason's flying away. He's bonded all the walls up, made them all look a bit tidier. He's putting scrim tape over all where the joints were just to try and minimise any cracking. He's put new beads around the window, taped and jointed or taped up all the ceilings. Dot and dabbed the wall over there and bonded it out to try and get it as flat as possible. Bonded a bit there because there was a big hollow in the wall there, so it's just trying to flatten it as much as we can possibly get it. But we're looking like we're getting somewhere, so by the end of the day, Jason, do you reckon you'll have this ceiling done?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there you go guys, so have the ceiling done today, and possibly not this wall but the other side of this wall done, so that when the kitchen comes tomorrow we've got somewhere to store the kitchen. But it's taking shape guys, so like I said earlier, we're not going to plaster to the floor because we're on a time crunch a bit now. We want to get this done where the units are going, so like across this wall we'll tile down to like maybe 1.5 foot short of the floor. Unless Jason feels like he wants to throw it to the floor, that's up to him. But I've said to him he hasn't got to, because then like, it just helps speed things up a little bit. But yeah, it's all taking shape. So by the end of tomorrow, this will all be fully skimmed, and delivery comes first thing in the morning. So we're going to turn up in the morning and help unload the van, get it all the kitchen in here, and then Monday we'll be full steam, install the kitchen, get the floor down, bit of screed here and there, which we might have to try and do tomorrow, because obviously we've still got to screed the floor there where the light is. That's got to be screeded to bring it up to level, and obviously we've got the hole down there to fill and screed. The main stop tap has got a minor leak on it, so I've bought a whole new stop tap for it. Going to drill out an outside tap for the client as well, so the front of the house, so that they can wash the car a bit easier or water the garden, whatever. But yeah, that's the general plan. So we are moving along nicely. We've got another rubbish run to do, and I've got to go pop to a customer's house and have a look at a flush pipe on a concealed toilet that appears to be leaking, which we will have to do some investigation work on. But they work silly hours into the night because they're in the music business and they deal with people from America and stuff like that. So he ends up being up all night and then sleeps in most of the day. So we've got to pop over there and just have a look at that once he's up. Just waiting for him to get back to me. But these are the joys. We've got to keep ourselves going while other trades are in for us. Anyway, we'll see you in a bit. Right, so we've got the first skim on the ceiling. Obviously it's not flattened yet. I've got to go do another dump run, so I might get to see more of it. But what a difference a skim coat makes. Just already, even though it's not flattened, it's literally just put it on. The difference it makes already just makes it look cleaner. And obviously once that gets flattened, it'll look a lot better. And obviously he's still got the walls to do. He's currently throwing a coat on round here. So he's just coating that up as we speak. So then that'll be done as well. So yeah, it's looking good. So I'm going to go do another rubbish run with Ricky. And then go from there. We'll see you in a bit. Okay, second dump run done. Ricky's loading the van with the last few bits of rubbish. Jason is flying with the plaster. So this has had its second skim and a flat. So this needs another flat once it's gone off a bit more. He's just prepping the kitchen at the moment. Ready, he's giving it all another coat of SBR as we speak to give it all, so it's all sealed ready for tomorrow for when he hits the walls tomorrow. Like I say, the ceiling's now had its second skim. It still needs a flat, but obviously that's got to go off a little bit more yet. But yeah, what a difference it's looking, eh, compared to what it was. So I'm going to quickly knock a gauge up and I'm going to quickly screed that because he's not going to do the walls today. So if I can get those floors screeded up quickly, then I've got a clear run for Monday to start fitting the kitchen. So I'm just going to knock a gauge up, get that in, and then we can crack on, get on to the next job. See you in a bit. Right, okay, so screed. You want to do a 4-to-1 mix, sharp sand and cement. Prep your ground, put a bit of coat of prime or something down if you want. You want to do it quite dry. You don't want to add a lot of water to your mix. So I haven't added any yet. It's not the best lighting in here, guys. But yeah, so you can see that. It's very dry at the minute, so I'm going to add some water to that. Give it a mix, and then we're going to dump it in the hole, like so. Just going to add a drop of water to this. I'm not going to go mad. I'll try and mix the whole lot. I'll just get the top of it to the right consistency and dump it in the hole, and I'll mix it a bit more. Normally you would have a cement mixer for this. You don't want it wet. You want it so that you can squeeze it into a ball and it stays in the form. Back in the day, when I worked for my building company, I did a lot of this. I used to be on my knees. That's why my knees are so shot. I used to do a lot of screeding. It's not something I ever really enjoyed doing. Okay. Just try and put a bit of light. I'm using a plastic screeding float or plasterer's float just to spread it in where I want it. I can have a little bit up. Like I say, you don't need a lot. This isn't the best way of doing it. As I said, really, cement mixer is the way forward. But I'm not going to get a cement mixer here for such a small amount that I need. I've done entire extensions on my knees before now. It's not fun. Back in the days when I worked for a company called MSF Services, which at the time were based in Boreham Wood, and now out of Stevenage now. Those were many years ago. Right. So at the moment I'm just trying to get it in and compacted everywhere. I'll get a straight edge in a minute. And then in circular motions you're going to work it in. Filling in any low spots. Can I borrow your level, Jason, just to scrape that sort of... Cheers, mate. Thank you, sir. I've just got a bit carried away with the water now. Oh, maybe not. So you get it somewhere close to flat, and then you can... I've made this a bit wet, this bit, which is why it's causing me problems, but it's not the end of the world. Get in there. It's starting to take shape now. Now, you're not putting any pressure on this, but guys, all you're doing is gentle, smooth round circles. All you're trying to do is basically flatten it. You've got your pretty much your level. I know what unit's going over top of this, so I'm not that concerned. It's more about getting it as flat as I can, because it ain't quite level. It's with the ground that I'm working with. But that is pretty much good enough for what I need to do there. Like I say, it could do with being a bit more polished, but unfortunately I made the mix a bit too wet. But for me, that's good enough. I've just got to fill a hole in over in that corner, and then we're done then. But yeah, we're getting there. So I'm just going to have a little tidy up here, give that a light brush with a dry brush, do that side, and then that'll be us for today then. But I shall show you after. I'll show you afterwards when we're all done. Okay guys, that's it from us for today. Just going to leave Jason here cracking on with the plastering. He's just doing his feathering it out a bit more. We've now finished the screeding. So that hole is all nicely screeded now. That one's looking much better. I know the light ain't brilliant. Jason's flattening off, looking lovely. So come back tomorrow and you'll see the ceiling when it's all finished. And then Monday you'll see it all plastered. Anyway, don't forget guys, like, share, follow, subscribe to that YouTube channel. And we will see you nice and early in the morning back here unloading a Howdens kitchen. Bye bye.